All right, so this is a roll with a white belt, but I think he's been training for a while, but on off and on, off and on. And as you can see, my belt is off because we were doing some live rolling or something. I forgot what was going on, and I'm disheveled. I am disheveled now. So I'm putting my belt back on because we about to get it in. All right, so I'm telling him, all right, pass my guard, bro, pass my guard. I don't know why everybody else isn't going at it, but we're going. We're going. We're not waiting. His weight was just too far leveraged to one side, and I took away his post, and that's what allowed me to send him over. You got to be careful. You know, if you want to stay very balanced, and you got to be ready that for whatever. Like I could try to push you wherever, um, and you don't want to get toppled over. So he's posting on my hip. I beat the angle by turning my hip in, but that allows him to sneak a knee in there to try to regard. I baseball slide to stay past his knee so that I could stay past his guard because I don't want his legs to come into play. His legs are his guard. I don't want his guard to come back into play, so I got to stay above that knee line. So now I'm putting a lot of pressure on the top because I want him to stop freaking moving. Stop moving, dude. That's another thing, man. If you're ever in trouble, man, just keep moving. Keep moving. So now I got a collar choke in. I'm fighting for that collar choke. I got one side, and I'm digging underneath in between our bodies to try to get that other side. I lost that other side. And so now I'm just keeping that underhook, and I'm seeing what else I want to go for. I see an opportunity to get to mount. I get there, but he catches my leg into half guard. If he can get above my knee line, I don't know what I tapped him with. I think it was an Americana. Yeah, I still do an Americana, even though I'm a blue belt. And I've been doing it since white belt. And look, I'm sorry, man. Okay, that's my game. I see the memes. Okay, I see the memes. But you know what? If I get you in an Americana and you tap, does it count? Does a tap still count? Yeah, it does. It does actually count. And so it's probably a legit move that I could actually do. And so I do it. And I've hit everybody with it. Purple belts, brown, you know what I mean? Blue, white, just not black belts yet. Maybe black belts can't get hit with the Americana. I don't know yet. Okay? We'll see. But I'm hitting that. So don't judge me, all right? All right, so now I'm going for like a reverse, an inverted triangle kind of thing going on. And I'm thinking that if it's too tight to get the tap here, then I might just roll over. But I really, really don't want to lose top position, so I just straighten it out and I get the tap. It might have been something else. Might not have been a choke for him. He might have felt the pressure in another kind of way. Boom, passes my guard. Simple, very, very beautiful. Don't engage, stay wide, keep your legs away, put your weight on me. Boom, pass the guard. Boom, got to mount. Okay, now we're cooking. So I want to send him over. And I just trapped his arm and his leg. It's very simple. You learn this as a white belt, the same kind of sweep, you know. He got me in closed guard. I stood up, pushed the knees down. I want to get my leg out, so I wanted to knee slide. He's pulling into X guard. I don't want that. I squash his legs, and I make it over to the other side, and I don't make it to the over to the other side. So he is trying to get his hips out from under me, but my leg is also there. He's also got me in half guard. And I'm threatening the collar choke. You got to address it, or I'm going to choke you. You know what I mean? And so I need to get a reaction. And I get a reaction where he's not worried about keeping that guard in. He's worried about that choke. That allows me to pass the guard. So you want to play a game where, you can move different chess pieces to open that defense up. So now I want to get past his head. I really want to get an arm bar when I do this. I just never get it because they always turn and keep their elbows to the mat. But that's what I really want to do. I know that I'm feeling like there's an arm bar there every time, right? So I scrape into mount. I scrape my knee across his hip into mount, and I do a half barbed wire to get that arm across. And now I'm in a triangle choke, and I get the tap. He's doing really good stuff, man. You know, it's like we're going this, we're going to that, going to this, going to that, going to this. It's a lot to keep track of, man. And it's like more experience than anything. So on that sweep, he was passing my guard, so I hooked his leg. And then his other leg was bearing weight. So when I hooked his leg, his weight-bearing leg couldn't move. And so he couldn't post it out and stay mobile. And that's what sent him over. That's how I got the sweep. Bang! So now we got Conor. Blue belt. You know? He's like the same weight as me, I think. Pretty sure. So I think I'm going to start in arm bar escapes. We're gonna drill that. I don't know how to tie it that fancy way. I gotta learn it. But I also kind of don't want. I don't really really want to learn it. But I don't know that fancy way of tying it. A lot of guys tie it like that, especially like upper belts and stuff. That's how they tie it. Lower belts don't tie it. They don't care about tying it. So boom. I'll try to stack him. He hamstring curls me down, but that allows me to get my elbow to the mat, and he omoplatas very nicely, and this was tough. And so I was thinking maybe I'll roll out, but I didn't want to roll. And I think he thought something happened, but it didn't. And I told him to put that omoplata back in because I wanted to solve that problem. And so I came out the back end. I was going to try to muscle it, but came out the back end. I think he thought that we were going to stop because we're not in armbar anymore. But we're here. So I'm keeping that top pressure. Very difficult to keep Conor down. He's strong, man. He's a big guy. That's a big boy. And I'm digging for a sleeve. I want to try to get him in a crucifix. It's not working. I'm keeping my weight on that right shoulder, and he usually flips over, and I'm in that collar choke position. I'm digging for it. You know what though? My head is way far up, and so I didn't have the right leverage. And then when I went for this arm bar, I didn't have it secured. Like he was able to keep his leg over my head. And that was it. That was time. It was a short round. So I put these two together in here. Shit!